Let's read our story this week called The Dot by Peter H. Reynolds. Let's meet the author and illustrator, Peter H. Reynolds. It took Peter H. Reynolds a year and a half to write The Dot. He named his character Vashti after a young girl he met at a coffee shop. Mr. Reynolds wrote Ish as a follow-up book to The Dot. You would call that a sequel. Let's go over our words to know this week. Teacher, studied, surprised, toward, bare, above, even, pushed. Our target skill this week is compare and contrast. We're going to tell how two things are alike or not. So how they are the same and how they're different. Our target strategy this week is monitor and clarify. If a part doesn't make sense, read it again. Our genre is a realistic fiction. It's a story that could happen in real life. So our essential question this week are how are ways to make art the same and different? Art class was over. But Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashti. I just can't draw. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There! Her teacher picked up the paper and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper toward Vashti and quietly said, Now sign it. Vashti thought for a moment. Well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. I really like how our author, Peter Reynolds, uses different colors to kind of tell us how the character is feeling. So I can see in her face that she's not very happy, but I also can see with the colors she's using, or what he's using, like the reds and the oranges. If we go back to our last page when she was really mad, all the color behind her is really red and dark. The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. It was the little dot she had drawn, her dot, all framed in swirly gold. Stop and think. Compare and contrast. Does Vashti have a different feeling about her dot now? Explain. So, this page says that she was surprised that she had seen her dot on there. Before, she seemed really mad. So it seems like her feeling about the dot had changed once she saw that it was all up in this frame, this swirly gold frame. I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Vashti painted and painted, a red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow, she discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti kept experimenting, lots of little dots in many colors. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Vashti even made a dot by not painting a dot. At the school art show, a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite a splash. Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her. You're a really good artist. I wish I could draw, he said. I bet you can, said Vashti. Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. Show me. The little boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. And then she said, sign it. So it looked like Vashti kind of learned a lesson through this story of to try your best. And it looks like she's going to be kind of teaching this other boy that to believe in yourself and that you can draw too. So some little extra things you can do is that it says, be an artist, create dot art. Create your own artwork from dots. Use one dot or many dots. Share your artwork with a partner. So it looks like they kind of used many dots to make a car. So that can be kind of something extra you can do this week as you read our story, The Dot.